Hey chaps, how are you all doing today? It's Monday, Bum Day. Yes, Bum Day, Bum Monday, Bench Update Monday, for those who don't know. And basically, I do a roundup of what I've done for the week and what I've planned for the week, next week. So, we have my tea. Most important thing for first thing in the morning. It's a cold Monday here in Ireland. Quite foggy this morning. Just cold. Winter's definitely coming. It's autumn, but winter's coming. I have to start trying to find some heating for this area. Big fire, big plastic fire in the corner. Burn something. Anyway, let's get stuck into to the bum. So what I'll do is I'll change the direction and the angle of the camera, and we'll have a look down the bench, and we'll have a quick look at what I've been up to here with these two kits, the Patton and the Panzer II. Yes, I finished the Panzer II, as we know, but I'm doing a kind of a series on that, on weathering and building a dio for it and everything else. And in the last one, I did the figures, so we'll have another look at those, the figures, and you know, what we've got planned for the next piece. Like I said, the next video will be doing the dio for that, and the pattern and how that's coming along. So, without further ado, as they say, let's take a look down at the bench and we'll find out what's the story. Right, so we'll start with the pattern. I've got the detail painting done on the pattern. I've that little mantlet done. I must talk about the mantlet in a minute. I must have a little chat about that and what I did with that. Extra bits of stowage I added on a stretcher and just a little bag to the side, and just rearranged the stowage to suit what I wanted to do to it, basically, just to change it up slightly. So we have it done in the we use the black and white shading technique, and as you can see, we've got our nice light and dark areas within the one colour. I have the inside of the spotlight done. Right, I have the glass masked off. It's in there, that can be popped off, and will show up then in the clear glass. Then I glue the front piece on when all the weathering is done. For the mantlet itself now, the mantlet doesn't come exactly like that. It comes that you can move it up and down, so you got a big gap all the way around. And it was one of my subscribers, Larry Brown, I think, to the best of my knowledge it was Larry. If I'm wrong, I do apologise, right? I'll go back over the thing and I'll check anyway. But he suggested that you sort of fill it in with tissue. Use tissue paper to fill it in. So I basically kind of wrapped tissue on it, PVA glue, another bit of tissue, and built it up around, so it looks like it's the that tarpaulin type stuff that's up over the mantlet, gun mantlet. And all I did was stick it around the edge, and once it was painted, it does the job. I think it looks grand. It looks like it's supposed to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's continuation of the moulding that was already on the plastic and that. So that's the main body of the tank done. Did the little 50 cal shooty thing, and the bullets, the projectiles, the things that fly outy bulls. The big shooty thing on the front is, like I said, remember we just put a bit of white down the centre, so we've got sort of a light and dark even on the shooty thing itself. All the wheels are done. I used my little template for that on that, and that looks, I'm quite happy with those. And the two figures are done for it. We've got our driver and our commander figure. Okay, now there's our commander figure, and there's our driver. Okay, So he's going driving us mad. Now I went on and I started working on the tracks. Now these are rubber band tracks, and they're fine rubber band tracks. They're really, really nicely detailed. They're strong. Went together very, very simply. Very, very easy went together. And what I did with these is I just coated them with that hull red. Okay. So there's one that's just bare the hull red, and I'm leaving that one until I do the update video on that, and I'll show exactly bit by bit what I did with the tracks. And I've one done, the typical Blue Peter fashion. I've one finished off, and how they're going to look. And all I did was I went in over each of the rubber pads and painted them black. Give it a rust wash along the sides, on the insides, and things, and use my graphite pencil to metallic it up a bit, right? Give it that old shiny thing. Okay, so there's the tracks then, and I am chuffed to bits with how they come out. Look at that. I'm really happy with them. They look metal where they're supposed to be metal, and rubber where they're supposed to be rubber. So I'm happy with the tracks. Like I said, I'll be doing another update. It'll probably be tomorrow. I'll do an update on that, and we'll stick that up, and we'll finish off the tracks, because all that's be done for this, the next step for this is to get a gloss coat, then stick on a few decals back onto it, and then gloss coat again, just to cover up the decals to make them kind of blend in with the rest, and then we can start our weathering processes on that. What else? Oh yes, we're on now to the little pens or two and what I'm doing for that. I'll be doing the video for that more than likely today. I'll be start doing that, because it's going to be done over a couple of days, but it'll be out in one go, if you know what I mean, because it will take it's a couple of days work in the video. And I start off with our blackboard, our kids' blackboard, and they're quite rough. The edges aren't really the best and things like that, because they're cheap, and they're meant to be cheap. They're meant to be only a kind of a toy type thing. So I'll show how I smooth all this off. I sand it, use a little electric sander, and I get the edges down nice, get it all nice, give it a varnish, use a nice wood varnish on it, and then I sort of rough up this area here, and we'll stick on the clay, bit of DAS clay. Right, so that's all ready to go for that video. And when the DAS clay is on, then it gets coloured and covered in PVA, and we add bits of sand and tufts, green flock, the whole lot, because we're going to have a sort of a little patchy area. Very, very simple dio. So if you're interested in making a quick and easy display kind of dio base, stay tuned for that one, and we'll do work on that. And for the vehicles for that, like I said, we'll just show you a little kind of a mock-up. We're going to have our little pens or two, which I did the whole weathering video on. We're also going to use one of my older ones named 3Lee, and as you can see, I started work on that, cleaning it all up, and fixing bits that I didn't know exactly how to do properly, and bits that I've noticed afterwards that are not the best. So I have the wheels, the rubber redone on those. The tracks and that were bad, so what I did was I basically cleaned them all off. Yeah, got all the old paint off them, which was very handy, very easy, because I hand painted these, so it was nice and thick. So it was very easy to remove. Took a long time, but I got it all off. So what I'm going to do with these now is basically the same as what I did with that. Give them the whole red coating, and then the black on the black. Okay, so the tracks are ready for that, and then we've got the drive sprockets and the return rollers then to go back on that, and then I can put the tracks back on that. One or two little more highlighting bits and pieces I want to do to that as well. So then that's how the vehicles are going to be on that. Okay, sort of one sort of like that. The pans are two here. Say this way. I'm also going to use the little Harley Davidson. It's going to be here, Right, it's going to fall down because I don't, it's got to be sort of stuck into place, shall we say. And then we got a couple of figures for that as well. We've got a commander guy who's going to be standing here. We've him painted up. If we can get the old camera working on that. There we go. We lost him and we had him back again. There we go. We have the commander. He's going to be standing here. And if you notice, a lot of binoculars on, and so does the binoculars in their hands and things, and so does the our Harley Davidson chappie. And the story behind this one is going to be, it's basically a reconnaissance unit, and they're on a peak of a hill or somewhere, and they're just checking out what's going on, and then report back. Right, we're going to have two ordinary soldiers then. Right, we have this chap here, and they're going to be in, covering off, not actually engaged in anything. Hence, this chap who was originally supposed to have the rifle up to his face, up to his eye, in an actual firing position. So now he's in sort of a covering off position. In other words, getting ready, keeping an eye out, making sure nothing sort of creeps up on them. And the same then with our chap here with the little machine shooty thing. Okay, and they're all painted up, and I did them in the figures section of that. The last video we did the figures. So the next section, like I said, for this is actually getting the dio sorted. So it's going to be done over a couple of days because first it got to be sanded all down, then varnish and things like that. And if you actually watch me doing a video of sanding all that down, then varnishing it, and then putting on things, everybody knows how to sand something down. So I just do it, the way I do it: do a bit, pause, do a bit, pause. So it'll be done over a couple of days, but the video will all come out in one go. So that's basically where I am and what I've got done in the last week, which may not seem like a lot, but actually to me it's kept quite busy, because you can only sort of do a bit and then you got to wait and leave things dry, and then life gets in the way and you've got other things to do. So that's basically where I've got to. So that's the bench finished with. We'll back up to the mush now. They've faced John's ugly mush, and we'll see what we've got for the rest of the week, and reveal our bum chocolate and bum fruit. Okay, so that's the bench finished with, and we'll sort of have a little roundup. That's what we'll call it, the roundup section of John's bum. Right, lads, so there we've had it. We've had another bum for another week, and we know what John's been up to. What I have been up to. I'm getting sort of like turning into Roger more, what Roger's been doing. But anyway, that's what I've been up to for the last week, and for a bit of what I'm getting up to for next week. I've got to finish off the pattern. Got to do the base and the little dio thing there for the Panzer II, and that we call it. I just call it a weathering series, because what else can you call it? Because it's mostly the weathering of these things, and that's it really. So time to reveal bum chocolate. This week's bum chocolate is a return of an old favourite. It's my favourite. It's my favourite bar, and it's a Snickers. I love the Snickers, I really do. And you got two of them, and when you put it down, it kind of looks like bum fruit, bum chocolate, doesn't it? But anyway, that's Snickers, and I'm quite happy with that because that's my favourite bar. And Abby's at school, so Abby isn't going to rob my Snickers. I don't think Abby's too happy with the Snickers, but I'll have to have something that Abby likes in next week's bum. And if anybody's any suggestions or want to send me any chocolate for the bum, say from foreign lands and things and stuff that you mightn't have in Ireland, because last week's bum chocolate was Roisin's dark chocolate, and you can't get it unless you're in Ireland. So so if anybody wants to send me stuff, just let me know, and I'll send you my address and things, and you can send me chocolate, and we can we'll unveil it on the bum. So all we've got left really is bum fruit for Simon, and Simon's diabetic buddies. So last week Simon wasn't too impressed with the dates. No, wasn't too impressed with the dates. He said that they're very, very sugary, very, very sugary. So we've decided to go to the opposite end of the scale, and it's not something that's not so sugary. It's a bit, what's that word you're looking for? Tart or not spicy. Zesty, and without being an orange or anything else. So we've gone all the way to New Zealand for this one. Yes, you've guessed it. It's a kiwi fruit. Little hairy kiwi fruit for Simon. Wow, nice little hairy kiwi fruit. That's there for Simon's bum. That's Simon's bum fruit. So that's about it, lads, for this week. I've nothing more to reveal, nothing more to insert in my bum. So we'll leave it at that, lads, and I'll chat with you next week. And stay tuned during the week. I might have an update on the anything else that I'm up to. So don't forget to like and comment. Stick a little comment in the comments box. You don't have to, but if you have any questions or anything you want to say to me, stick it in the comments box. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Why not subscribe? And you get more rubbish then and bullshit from John. So thank you all, and I'll catch you up next week. Don't forget my old motto. Go and buy yourself a kit. Build it and enjoy it. Catch you next week, lads. Stay safe.